Thanks Isabel for the wonderful introduction. Yes, cricket, because after some time when you cannot play, you still wanted to get associated with the game, so you choose different things, right? Yeah, I chose coaching. That's all. Thank you so much, and yeah, good morning everyone. Myself Aditya, I'm from Vodafone IoT. I'm really excited to share my experience on the IAM platform modernization for our IoT platform. This presentation will cover modernization, focusing on its challenges, opportunities, and consideration. Before I move on to Vodafone IoT, let me briefly introduce Vodafone as a company. So Vodafone is a leading global telecommunication provider with a strong presence across Europe, Africa, and Asia. We deliver mobile and fixed line services to more than 330 million customers across 15 different countries. We also partner with mobile vendors, network provider in 45 additional countries. With a global workforce of 100,000 employees, Vodafone also delivers one of the key world largest IoT platforms. Now focusing on Vodafone IoT, so we empower business by providing end-to-end IoT solutions that enable them to connect, manage devices, collect and analyze data, and also automate operation. So our offerings span IoT connectivity, data analytics, and industry-specific solutions, helping the organization drive efficiency, innovation, and growth. So now some of the key features of Vodafone IoT: a platform that is not only vast in scale, but also intelligent, secure, and future-ready. So our platform is used by over 60,000 active users every month. We support over 200 million active SIMs. Now, the time when I made this presentation, it was 200 million SIMs, but now it is 215 million SIMs provisioned in the platform. Our platform handles more than 7 million gigabytes of data every month, and we serve a very diverse customer base of B2B and B2B2C segments. But scale alone isn't enough. What sets our IoT platform apart is the intelligence built into our IoT network. We are not just connecting devices. We as a platform, we support real-time data processing, seamless integration with AI and machine learning models. Now, managing such a large-scale platform can be quite complex. So that's why we have built IAM as a single pane of glass that brings together over 20 different IoT platform components into one unified interface. We have also productized federation, allowing us to integrate with external identity provider in a more standardized and scalable way. One of our standout achievements is our integration with more than 30 OEM car manufacturers, and this is on the B2B2C segment. Now we have integrated with entire VW fleet, Audi, Porsche, Audi, Skoda, the VW, Lamborghini, then some other recent car vendors like Zeekr, Stellantis. We have also integrated with BYD, as I mentioned in the yesterday panel. So if you're owning a BYD and if you see that pop up on your mobile phone that connect to the networks inside the car, that's Vodafone IoT, and the way you connect and register is via WSO2IS. I also wanted to highlight it's not just numbers here, but the enterprise users for our IoT that also belongs to very interesting and important customer segments. Energy customers, asset tracking company, security surveillance company, smart health, smart meter. Now these are part of the B2B segments. Apart from that, our IAM infrastructure is geo-resilient. I think it's fine. Is geo-resilient, ensuring high availability and disaster recovery across multiple regions. This gives our customer a peace of mind that their identity services are always up and running. Now, with such large-scale platform, we definitely needed to modernize our approach to IAM. Now, modernization is an ongoing journey. it's not just about migrating from legacy system, but also about continuously evolving, adapting, and pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Now, in today's fast-moving landscape, AI is transforming how we build, integrate, and manage software, making modernization a necessity rather than a choice. Again, modernization is not a transformation which generally starts and then you reach certain point and then you're done. In case of modernization, you are never done, you're always continuously growing. And you must be thinking why this picture is, and some of you might have seen this picture before, and I was so impressed with this picture that I really felt that this should be present in here. If you've not seen this, then this is trying to figure out, technology is like a river, and this is a picture of whitewater river rafting. And if you have done whitewater river rafting, you can relate this quite easily. So technology does not stop, and every day there is something new, a new innovation, a new buzzword, or a total new technology. So it's our job to continuously evolve, navigate across these waters. Now, when you're doing whitewater river rafting, there are times that you might get stuck onto a rock and you're stuck. So it's our job to make sure that we are not stuck there and we keep on moving, which makes that the river is always flowing. So you have to continuously evolve, continuously move forward. Now, the reason for this slide, why I put it here, was this reason. Now, these are the same rocks or roadblocks from the river when we were doing the whitewater river rafting, and you might get stuck on these ones. So from an IAM point of view, these are some of the roadblocks which we have seen. Now, some of these are keeping pace with the IAM evolution, customization or over customization, upgrading issues, unable to use the latest features, utilizing latest user experience demand, and also security problems and upgrade. Now, let me talk you through about our evolution on our identity management journey. Now, in order to plan for future, we definitely need to understand our past. Initially, we did not have any centralized IAM. Each application and each component had its own authentication and authorization model, and customers were quite used to this fragmented experience. When we finally built a customized or centralized IAM platform with the help of WSO2 Identity Server, we saw this as an opportunity, but we also made a very critical mistake: over customization. Now, these customization became our technical debt. Since the IAM landscape is evolving rapidly, new standards, new technologies, new expectations are emerging continuously. Our main challenge has been keeping up with this pace. Every time we upgraded to a new version of Identity Server, we had to carry these changes forward. And this added significant overhead in terms of time, cost, and complexity. Now, these customizations just did not slow us down. They also prevented us from leveraging new features in the product. We were stuck maintaining a legacy code while the world moved on. We were still missing out on critical security updates. Now, many of these security patches or upgrades were applied directly onto the product. But because of our customization, we could not apply them directly without breaking any functionality. And that's a very serious risk in today's threat landscape. Now, I've been talking about customization quite a lot. Let me give you a brief example of what I mean customization. One of the examples is during our initial registration for the IoT platform, the platform generally asks user to add some security questions. Now, in case of the account recovery flow, for some reason, the user might have forgotten his password, or he moved on to something else and he's coming back after a few months. He had to go through the account recovery step. Now, he has to answer these security questions, which he might have kept few years back, or he might have kept those questions. It is him who can only answer, not anyone else. And some of these questions are quite tricky. One very simple example is, these are the questions derived from our product management team. And one of the questions which was very, very nice, very interesting was, when was the first time you met your spouse? Now, after 10, 15 years, you might not remember it. I'm quite sure. How many of you remember, right? It's quite, yeah, so very few. Now, it's easier it's not easy for a man to remember these dates, right? But let's say if you ask, if the question is something like, what's the engine size of your first car? Many men can answer it quite easily while even in deep sleep. So the point here I'm trying to make here is, these security questions are an overhead to any platform. And I personally have not seen this in any latest platform asking for these. So we have to get rid of all these while still trying to evolve and continuously grow. Also, let's not forget about the user experience. Our legacy IAM system could not deliver that, and that created a frustration, not just for us, our teams, but also for the team supporting the customers. Now, in order to truly modernize, we needed to rethink our platform from ground up. Now, that meant moving away from customization and embracing standard product features, adopting a cloud-native architecture that supports scalability, resilience, and agility, prioritizing security by design and not as an afterthought, and most importantly, focusing on continuous transformation, not just an one-time upgrade. So this is an example of very high-level architecture of what I have. Maybe you might be able to see it. It was a last-minute draw. So yeah, this is what our existing or what our current picture is. If you see the one in the yellow is the actual WSO2 IS, and there are some systems connected to it. There's an Active Directory, the OSB middleware, there are front-end portals, there's an API hub, and some of the security systems like SIAM systems where you send your logs. So this is what we had, what we still have in production. In order to migrate this, we have to take the entire block, big block in yellow, which had 8 or 9 extensions written into the next upgrade. Now, as you can observe, this involved very extensive customization, and we initially upgraded from 5.4 to 5.7, and now to 5.11. Now, each of these upgrades took approximately 18 months moving into production. Now, that's a very unsuitable pace given the rapidly evolving product and security landscape. So we are 5.11 in production at the moment, and you might have already known that where you are, you're 7.1. As a Vodafone security policy, we cannot be anything less than N-1 of what is already available in the market. So we are 5.11, you are 7.1. So there's a big difference, right? Now, in order to address this, I collaborated with WSO2 solution architects in order to redesign our architecture with a focus on modularity and agility. Now, we have to somehow reduce that time of 18 upgrade months to somewhat lesser. Now, on the right-hand side, this is what we currently designed. I can't see it properly. Maybe you can see it. It's easy for you from that side. So what we did was we removed 2 extensions. The 2 extensions were deprecated and removed due to outdated implementation. 2 others have been now adopted as a standard feature into the product, which is really helpful for us. The remaining 4 have been decoupled from the core and re-architected as an independent microservice. Now, this shift has eliminated all the custom dependencies from the core product, enabling us to upgrade the identity server independently and more efficiently moving forward. So now we can easily upgrade the IS from any version to any higher version, and that is a significant step trying to be up to the speed where the product features are getting launched. So yeah, this is like, again, it is our 2B architecture, which is being worked on and developed at the moment. So hopefully in next few months, we reach there. Another very interesting topic for our modernization journey is IAM for AI or AI for IAM. Agentic IAM and IAM for AI agents. Now, one makes the IAM system smarter and more autonomous, while the other enables safe and secure operations with the agent ecosystem. Agents are everywhere, and we call it agent economy. We have been hearing about agents for the last 2 days, but it's really interesting and very key buzzword what we currently have. Agents are going to be performing tasks on your behalf or interacting with the other agents, and ensuring the security of these agents is of absolute importance for us now. Now, we are now using AI, which is inbuilt into the product itself, to accelerate the development of login and registration flows. Now, this includes AI-assisted design of user journeys, automated brand matching for user-facing touchpoints, ensuring consistency across platforms without manual effort. And this not only speeds up the deployment, but also improves the user experience by making more intuitive and personalized. We have to start building up these guardrails for the identity server immediately. So in a nutshell, key three things which we should focus on is handling agents into our IAM, inbuilt monitoring tool for IAM. I spoke about it yesterday as well. And very interestingly, cloud native geo-redundant IAM solution. So these three would be key way forward for us in near future. Now, final thoughts, very interesting one for me. Don't fall into the trap of customization in order to please very few stakeholders or few customers. Legacy system should be upgraded, which will be helpful in innovation of your platform. And transformation is, again, not an one-time job, not a destination. It is a continuous journey. So we have to continuously keep on moving, keep on evolving.
No. Okay. Well, thank you very much for your time, Aditya. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.
Big applause for him.